friends, welcome to another Preschool at Home video. I'm glad you're here today. Let's start with our song. Good morning, friends. Good morning, friends. Good morning, friends. I'm glad you're here today. Hooray! I'm glad you're here today. Today I have one of my favorite Christmas stories to read, and then we're going to retell the Christmas story with one of our manger scenes, and I brought my advent calendar to show you, and then I thought we'd end by singing Go Tell It on the Mountain. All right, when I was a little girl, every Christmas Eve my dad would read me The Night Before Christmas. So when I was a mom, I read to my boys every Christmas Eve, Twas the Night Before Christmas, the poem by Clement. My boys are teenagers now, and they're not always so cooperative with being read to. I think last year I might have actually read the book to the dog, but anyway, I thought I'd read it to you guys today. All right, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. This is written by, the poem is by Clement. The book, the pictures are by Mary Engelbreit. There's all the elves getting ready. 'Twas the night before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mamma in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter nap. When down on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And there in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and his smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. We'll see if I can convince the boys to listen to the story this year. Maybe I will. All right, so I wanted to show you I talked about my Advent calendar way back in the beginning of December when we started talking about Advent. And this is the Advent calendar we use every year. It has the days for December and Christmas 1 through 24, and then the 25th is Christmas. So we're just counting down to Christmas. And our Advent calendar actually has all the people and animals for the Christmas story. So far we have a couple of the angels and some stars. We have the innkeeper. We have the shepherd and the sheep. We have some camels. We've got the first of the wise men. And today, let's see, open number 18. Oh, look what today is. Today is Joseph. So we'll have Joseph and Mary. And then on the very last day, always, always on the 24th, that's when baby Jesus arrives. And down here in this little corner over here, this will be the big star that'll go right on top of the manger. So that's our Advent calendar. We have a good time with it. It's the same every year, but it's fun, and the boys take turns opening the windows. So I just wanted to show you that because I told you I would. And today, I thought what we'd do, let me see, I made myself a little table so we can do this together. Make sure you can see it. Okay, I have a manger scene, and I thought we would look at each piece and sort of put it all together, okay? So, whoa, I'm going to try not to drop it though. All right, who's this first person who shows up in our Christmas story? It's the angel Gabriel. And who does Gabriel come and talk to first? Talks to Mary. And Gabriel tells Mary she's going to have a baby, and she's going to name the baby Jesus. And then the angel goes and talks to Joseph and tells him the same thing. Mary's going to have a baby, and he will be God's son, and you will name him Jesus. Then Mary and Joseph have to take a long trip together back to where Joseph's family is from originally, and they ride on their donkey. But when they get to Bethlehem, it's very, very busy. And they try to find a place to stay at an inn, but all the rooms are booked. So they finally end up in a stable. Here's Mary and Joseph in the stable. And sharing the stable are animals like the cow. And I've got the cow and the donkey. And then during the night, what exciting thing happens? Who shows up during the night? Baby Jesus arrives. And since they don't have a fancy bed for him, they put him in a manger with straw and blankets. And then the angel comes, and the angel goes to the shepherds. We read about that yesterday, remember? Goes to the shepherds and says, I have good news of great joy. A baby is born, you should go see him. So the shepherds gather up their sheep from the field, and they show up. Oops, let me move this around this way. There we go. And then some important people in the east notice a star in the sky. And those are the three wise men. 1, 2, count back here, 3. And they travel a long, long way to come and see Jesus. And they bring him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And we'll talk about that part of the story after Christmas because they come a little while later. And they have a very important part to play in the Christmas story. Christmas is more than just Christmas Day, you know. So this is our manger scene. We've got Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus. We've got the shepherds and the sheep and the donkey and the cow and the angel and the three wise men. Slide that over without knocking anybody down. Yay, we did it. All right, so I thought we'd sing one of our very favorite songs to close out today, Go Tell It on the Mountain. Remember, we'll go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere, that Jesus Christ is born. And we'll sing it 2 times through because it's short. Ready? Go tell it on the mountains, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Well, friends, that's the end of our preschool at home video for today. We read our book about Christmas, we did our Christmas manger scene, and we sang our Christmas song. I hope you all have a wonderful, lovely Christmas day with your family. I hope you get a chance to think about all the wonderful things that God has done in your life. And the best, best, best gift of all that we all get on Christmas morning is Jesus. So I hope you enjoy that. And I will see you guys for a new video in our new year in January 2021. I will miss doing videos for a couple weeks, but I will look forward to seeing you soon. So have a very merry, blessed Christmas, everybody. Let's close with our goodbye song. Ready? Goodbye, 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 my friends, to you. God bless you everywhere you go, in all you say and do. Bye, friends. Merry